My name's Amber, and you're watching Hot Rod Madness.
Hot Rod Madness, where every car has a story. If you love rat rods, street rods, American classic muscle, even the unusual, including those ground-pounding, tire-smoking street machines, we got them. Fire them up, Hot Rod Madness style, with your host, Tim the Milkman, along with the Hot Rod Madness crew. Welcome to Hot Rod Madness. Let's join Tim the Milkman as he visits the 2019 KAWASAKI Tire Chattanooga Cruise-In at Camp Jordan in East Ridge, Tennessee. There were thousands of classics, hot rods, and customs. The venue was new to this event and didn't disappoint as the weather in the setting turned out amazing. So sit back and enjoy some interesting rides and owners as they tell their stories. Catch the madness.
Hey, welcome back to Hot Rod Madness. This week we're out at the KAWASAKI Tire Cruise-In. You know, they moved it to Camp Jordan. That's where we're at. Man, what a show. This place is packed. I'm going to show you as many as I can. Stay tuned. Charlie, how are you, sir?
Good, how are you?
Man, I'm fantastic. Look at this crowd out here at the KAWASAKI Tire Cruise-In, man. Is that cool or what?
A lot of cars here.
Dude.
I'm shocked.
This is a massive show, right?
It's a massive show.
When they moved it here, man, it just exploded.
I've only been here down to the one downtown once.
Okay.
So
you're local here?
yes, sir.
Okay. Right.
Ringgold, Georgia.
Ringgold, Georgia. And this is what Charlie can build in his backyard in Ringgold?
That's right.
Man, phenomenal job, dude. This truck's awesome.
I appreciate it.
What year is it?
It's a 1957 Chevy.
57. I had to look at the grills, you know, pretty much before I can tell what year it is and all. Dude, to get one of this level, air ride suspension, beautiful paint, beautiful interior, slammed on the ground, wheel choice. Man, did you design it yourself pretty much?
I had the vision in my head one day, and I knew what it was going to look like when I was done, and it looks exactly how I thought.
Yes. So you had that color picked out long time ago, right?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Sweet. Hey, you might need one of them smoky road beds in this thing, man, later on. What do you think?
I don't know about that. I like my wood.
You like the wood?
I like the wood.
Okay.
Keep it somewhat original.
It is pretty. It's beautiful. Man. So what we got for a power plant in this thing?
We got a 383 stroker.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Transmission?
Turbo 350.
Yeah.
With a 3800 stall.
Okay. Little shift kit in it, maybe? You bark the tires?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I can smoke the tires.
You don't go around town burning rubber, do you?
No, not often.
Yeah. I probably wouldn't in a truck this like this, man. This thing's gorgeous, man. Love it. You kept some of the original styling to it, man. Except for the suspension. We'll get to that in just a minute. Right now, I want to see what's under the hood of this baby.
All right, let's do it.
There we go, the 383, right, Charlie?
That's right, 383 stroker.
Yeah, you got a lot of polished parts going on here. The engine bay is simple and clean, plenty of room to work on that baby. Love the braided lines, man. How long did it take you to build one up like this?
It's taken me about 7 years.
7 years.
7 years, yeah.
Yeah, you did it yourself.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Everything on there. Only thing I didn't do was put the motor together and powder coated.
And suspension, did you change anything around down there?
Yeah, I've got a Fat Man front end under there with an AccuAir air ride suspension.
Yep.
Bags in the front, bags in the rear.
Nice.
Got E-level sensors, automatically levels when you turn it on.
Yes.
It's pretty cool.
Sweet ride, dude. That thing's awesome, man. Love it. Love to see what people can do in their backyard. This ain't, one of those, high-end shop builds. You did it yourself.
Yes, sir. Did it all myself. Labor of love.
Okay. Do you do this for a living? What do you do?
I'm at work for CCS. I'm a boiler technician.
Okay.
But
all right.
No, this is just a hobby.
Yeah.
I love it. It's my form of meditation.
Form of meditation, he says. Go out into the shop and get in your zen, man.
That's right.
Hey, man. Let's look at the interior before we go, man. Check this out. Oh, yeah, LOKAR shifter. You got some fancy pedals there. Is that LOKAR stuff?
Yes, that is LOKAR.
Yeah.
That's the Dakota digital instrument display.
Mm-hmm.
Got my touchscreen stereo.
The dash looks brand new. Love the gauges, man.
Oh, I know.
That stuff you can get for these trucks nowadays, man, that stuff's beautiful.
Oh, it's top notch right there. It tells you everything.
Yes.
Sink it in, tell you what gear you're in, what your oil pressure is, everything. It's all digital.
Oh boy, the air ride, the polished tanks, a couple of compressors. Now you even got to have a fan on your unit back here to keep it cool. I guess that baby gets pretty hot, don't
That's
it?
just for the transmission,
Is
yeah.
it? Transmission cooler?
Yeah, when I get ready to burn the tires.
Gotcha. Keeps the turbo 350 cool, right?
Yes, sir. Keep her cool.
Well, you never know if they're going to be mounted up front, back here, or what. You got plenty of room underneath the bed if you raise this baby up. That is some handy work you got going on here. You done all that?
Yes, sir. Drew it out on cardboard, had it burn out on a plasma table. Yeah.
Nice. Very nice. Love the fuel cell. The rear end, everything's exposed back here. You can show it off quite well, man. That's well done, Charlie.
I appreciate it.
Nice ride, dude.
Thank you.
Stan, how are you, man?
I'm just fine.
Yep, just fine out here under the sunshine.
Beautiful day.
Yeah, beautiful day to show off some beautiful cars. Man, I'm loving the car here.
Thank you.
I want to say a woody wagon, but it's not exactly woody, is it? What is it, Stan?
They call them a tin woody. It's all metal on the outside.
Okay, and what year is it?
1951.
Okay, in 51 they maybe did away with all the wood and started using the metal with wood grain
It's
painted
all,
on it.
All steel station wagon.
Okay. So did they produce a lot of these? I mean, nowadays you just don't see a lot of them, but
I think they made about 15,000.
okay. Yeah.
There's probably not many left.
No, I don't think so.
They got run into the ground,
Yeah.
used up, and then they got crushed, most of them. But
Yeah, I'd imagine the average working man back in the day, man, they'd pile all their gear in it, and go to work in them things, and
gardeners
just
and painters and
and use them up.
right.
Well, not Stan. He actually still has one in very good shape, and I'd imagine you drive this thing all over.
No, I actually just got it running. I worked
Really?
on it about 3 years, so
Yeah.
we just now got it where I can drive it a little bit.
Okay. Did you do the body work and paint?
I did some of the body work. I didn't do the paint. I
Okay.
did the woodwork
Yeah.
on the outside, the fake wood grain on the
Yes.
outside.
So what'd you do? Airbrush that? How'd you do that?
No, I used gel stain, like you buy in a paint store.
Okay.
You use a base coat and then drag the gel stain just lightly across it,
Yeah.
and then clear coat everything when you get it like you want.
Man, these people and their talents, man. Wow. I mean, if you look at that real close, it looks great, man. It looks good. You did a great job.
Thank you. This is an LS1 motor out of a 2001 Camaro, I think it came out. It was all aluminum with a 460L transmission in it, automatic transmission.
Okay. All right. So maybe you put some Corvette covers on it.
I just put Corvette covers. It's not a Corvette, it's a Camaro.
Okay. All righty. Got the cold air going into it, and some polished parts on it. Looks like a highway cruiser now, man. I mean, you got an automatic transmission and a high gear under it.
All right, it's got a 308 rear end out of a,
Ooh, yeah.
I think, 62 Chevrolet. Is what it-
Yeah. Yeah, I could see myself riding around in it, Jim. You want to throw keys with an 85 wagon?
No,
No.
no.
No. Okay. Bo, how are you, man?
Good. How are you?
Hey, I'm great.
Good.
Doing fantastic, man.
Awesome.
The Coker Tire Cruise In. Is this your first time here?
This is my first time here
Yeah.
for the Coker Tire Cruise In. Yes, sir.
What a turnout, right?
It's unbelievable.
Yes. Did you bring your family with you, Bo?
I did. I brought friends and family. I brought my wife and my buddy that helped me build this thing.
Nice. What is this thing?
It's a 1955 First Series Chevrolet pickup.
Okay.
Yeah, it was originally a Coker Tire service truck.
Really?
Yes, sir.
No kidding. How did you acquire one of those trucks?
Believe it or not, it found its way to Canada
Yeah.
untouched from when it was purchased from Coker.
Okay.
The guy had big plans of doing it himself.
Yeah.
Got to retirement, never touched it, and sold it to me.
Man, fantastic to bring it back to Coker at one of their
Yeah.
cruise-ins here, you know?
Was the first thing. As soon as I found out it was a true Coker Tire service truck,
Yeah.
I started researching Coker Tire because I didn't know much about them,
Yep.
and I was amazed at their influence down here.
Yeah, one of my friends is Corky Coker, so
Yeah.
he would be honored to see the truck come back. You
We
know,
were talking to Corky in there,
Yes.
and he was telling me about some stories about his drivers
Yep.
that used to drive the service trucks.
What color did this thing originally come as?
The factory color was blue,
Mm-hmm.
but everything Corky owns apparently goes white.
Yeah.
And it was white when I got it, and it had the Coker Tire writing on the door.
Gotcha. Okay, 55.
55 First Series,
Mm-hmm.
yep.
Beautiful I love the body styles of these things, man. Are fantastic, man. I had one for myself a while back. I wish I still had it.
Yeah.
But, you know,
Yeah.
I get to come out here and see the creations that you guys put together. And this one measures up, man. This thing's gorgeous.
Thank you.
It's got fat tires under the back of it. It's got the zoomies out the side of it. You got the paint. You got everything going on for you, man. Well, what's going on? What's the story with these little scoops here?
Well, the big block, the 496 big block, I figured it's going to need some air to breathe.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to put a big mailbox because this hood's already bulbous enough.
It is.
So I put a set of 87 Turbo Coupe hood scoops in here. I Frenched them in, left it all the original lines, so it looks like it was in there.
Yep. I've never seen it done, and it does look quite smooth, man. I'm digging it. Yeah, it looks great. Oh, yeah. Well, you got one of those grown-up motors, man. The big block Chevrolet, buddy.
Yeah.
Man, no mistaking those valve covers. They're much wider, a little fatter going on here.
Yes, sir.
Bare bones under here, all business. That looks great,
That's
man.
it.
Fantastic.
Keep it clean looking.
Yeah. Big Edelbrock carburetor.
Yep. The biggest one they make.
Yeah. How big is it, man? What
It's
is
800 CFM.
That's a lot of gas, dude.
That's a lot of gas.
That's a lot of gas. In the bottom end, what you got in it?
It's a stroked out 454.
Yes.
It's 496 cubic inch. So we took the growed up motor and we grew it up a little bit more.
Yes. Back in the day, you know, my senior year, big block Caminos, what I drove around, that was nothing but raw power, and I could imagine what you got in this thing.
It's fun. We were terrorizing downtown Chattanooga last night.
Oh, yeah. You gotta go sound it off,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Enjoy it.
We did.
Yeah, you got enough braking system going.
Yeah.
Triple. Master
We got
cylinders going on
we
here.
got front and rear master and the hydraulic clutch.
All right, cool.
Because, real race cars, they got 3 pedals.
Looks great laid out like that, man.
Yep.
Beautiful setup. Love him. Old
Thank
trucks, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's those bow tie 55 bucket seats. Man, it looks like you got plenty of leg room in there. Looks like it's pretty comfortable.
Yeah, it's very comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I built it when we laid out the seats. You got to test and fit, till you get the position of everything you want. Yeah.
Sure do, man. The Indy, you got the Indy Hurst shifter, the polished steering column. I'm trying to peek over in here, man. He's got some cool stuff. Look, the dash, the glove box door is polished, man. That's cool with the paint on the dash.
Yes, sir.
That looks great. Where do you get this stuff from?
Well, I got a lot of it from Brothers. Brothers truck parts, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
So all the way up in Canada, you guys use Brothers for these trucks too, huh?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I got their magazine. Just start ticking off the parts on my Christmas wish list.
Yes.
And ordered them.
Yes. Wish books, man. Yeah.
Wish book.
They're actually one of our sponsors here at Hot Rod.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So hey, thanks for buying parts from Brothers.
No problem. I got another $1,000 more to go at Brothers.
Oh, you're not done yet then?
I ain't done. No.
Okay.
No, sir. We got some emblems and wiper motors. We got all kinds of stuff we got to get yet.
Cool. Hey, man, do you know this guy standing next to you, sir? He's a big fan of yours.
I am a big fan.
Anybody that's out here driving cars and having fun amongst the wonderful people in Chattanooga and all of the South, it's got to be a friend of mine.
Hey, he's from Canada. He brought his truck down
You're
here to
from Canada,
see you,
eh?
buddy.
Okay, absolutely. Well, for Dollar Bill and the Milkman, we appreciate you. And you need to come back here to the Chattanooga Cruise Inn at Camp Jordan and have a wonderful time. This is a family event. People are out here enjoying each other. There's good food. There's parts. There's all kinds of good stuff. And while you're at it, you can come see the Honest Charlie guys, and they'll give you a little token for a T-shirt. And if you come down to see Honest Charlie in the Car Museum, downtown Chattanooga, 1309 Chestnut Street. Love you. Keep driving the cars.
Jim Brown, how are you, man?
Fine, sir. Good to see you, Tim.
Good to see you, Jim. Good to see your
Hey.
car, too. Look at this baby.
Yeah.
Old classic DeSoto wagon, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What year is it, Jim?
1952.
52 wagon. I'm a big fan of the wagons. I drive a 85 Classic Caprice. That's my car. It's modern compared to what you have here.
Okay.
This thing's gorgeous, man. The body styling, the chrome on the grill to the hood, the nose emblems. You got the spotlights on it. Is that factory stuff as well?
No,
No.
no. All this is, but not spotlights are extra.
Mm.
That was an accessory.
Okay.
Mhm.
How long have you owned the car?
I own a car since '07.
Okay.
About 11 years.
Yeah.
11, 12 years. Yep.
Did you have to restore it or anything when you got it?
Well, it was in about 10 million pieces when I got it.
Yeah. Okay. One of those. Yeah.
Totally torn down.
Yeah.
Yeah. And 52 DeSoto wagon. It's got an 85 Monte Carlo Super Sport running gear under it. 350 Chevrolet engine, 700R overdrive transmission, air brakes, power steering, stereo, 8-way power seats both sides. It's a driver.
Yeah, that thing's not original. You can get on the highway and cruise in that baby, right?
It'll run 75 miles an hour all day.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, suspension, you got the original equipment there?
No, it's 85 Monte Carlo Super Sport.
Okay, everything's Monte Carlo under it.
Only thing it's
So,
original is the body and the frame.
okay.
Yep.
So, the wheelbase, you didn't have to move it or anything? That's Monte.
No.
That's
No, the Monte Carlo fit width-wise, everything. Like I say,
who knew you can interchange a Monte Carlo and a DeSoto wagon.
Yep.
Super sweet, man. So, how far did you drive it, man? Where are you from?
well, I'm from here in Chattanooga, but
Okay.
we've got 25,000 miles on it, and been to Biloxi, Mississippi, down and back, cruising the coast.
I see the cruising the coast stickers. You got both sides of the windshields lined up. You've been enjoying this thing.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm surprised I didn't see you down there last year or something, man.
Well, there's about 14,000 cars, and it stretches for 26 miles from Ocean Springs down to Bay St. Louis. It's hard to find someone down there.
Yep. We shoot a lot of video in Bay St. Louis. Yeah, we love that spot down there in Ocean Springs.
There you go.
Yeah.
Good
So
sounds.
maybe we'll see you down there in the future, man. Hey, is it any big deal to pop the hood and check out what's that Monte Carlo running gear?
Well, like I say, with it dirty like it is, I'll show you, but don't pay attention to the dirt.
Jim Brown says it's dirty. Hey, man, you said that was Chevy stuff. I'm looking at Chrysler, Firepower. Dude, that looks like a Hemi. What's going on here?
Well, it originally was a Hemi engine. It was a 331. First year DeSoto had the Hemi, but 331 cubes and 160 horsepower just wouldn't get it. So it's got a 350 with 700R. Like I say, it goes down the road pretty good.
Jim's faking it. He's got a fake Hemi. That's a Chevy motor. Oh man, I've only saw that done once. The whole time we've been doing.
This makes twice.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah, that makes twice, man. How you get those valve covers to fit on there, man? What'd you do?
Well, underneath, took a piece of plywood and made a template for the small block Chevrolet valve cover.
Yeah.
Just set it down over that. And then if you'll notice, I've got two braces. Got a brace here in the front and a brace in the back. Run my spark plug wires down through the Hemi hole, down behind my headers. And
Gotcha. That's how you.
Call it a Hemi.
Yep. That's how you wired it up, man. That is very unique, sir. You could probably fool a lot of people, at first glance there.
Chrysler experts. They just had one guy ask me a big question. He said, "I got one question about the whole thing." He said, "How'd you get that Chevrolet water pump on that Hemi engine?" I said, "It wasn't
Yes.
easy."
You have fun with this thing. What a conversation piece, man.
Very rare. Only 550 of them made.
Yeah.
So
Only 550 made of the body, right? The DeSoto?
of the station wagon, yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a rare car, man.
Very rare.
Yeah.
Never seen another one like it, and I've never had anyone come up to me and say, "My daddy had one just like that."
Jim Brown, thanks for showing your ride here on Hot Rod Madness, buddy. What a car. Hey, man, check that out, Chris. Coconut head and a flashlight. Look at that.
Have you ever?
No.
Look at those earrings.
I don't think I've ever seen nothing quite like that. That's just awesome. I wonder where the owner is.
I have no idea. I don't really think I want to see him.
Oh, no, we got to talk to this guy. Where's he at? Sick boy, how are you, man?
Good. How are you?
Oh, I'm great, man. I'm out here under the sun. We're looking at some fantastic rides. Wow, what year is your Buick, man?
1960.
60 Buick
LeSabre. Yes, sir.
Sabra. The overall body styling of these things are fantastic, man. You got the wrap-around windshield, man. I love this stuff. I'm digging the pipes coming out. They're not, I don't want to call them side pipes, but they're at the tail.
Lake pipes.
Leg pipes. Is that what you...
Lake pipes.
Lake pipes.
Yes, sir.
Gotcha. So is that like boat stuff? What lake? I don't know. What?
I have no idea, but it's a cool look to them. It's a real cool look.
It is cool, man.
Yes, sir.
So 60 what?
It's the 1960.
60 Buick.
Yes, sir.
Man, 4-door, slammed on the ground. Your interior is good. Where's a fella come about one of these cars in that kind of shape, man?
Actually, Atlanta, Georgia. I traded a 1950 shoebox chop top for it.
Okay.
And I came out smelling like a rose.
Wow. Okay. Not bad, man.
No.
Is it got the original power plant in it?
Yes, it does. It's got the nail head with a Dynaflow transmission.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, all that stuff works in there.
Oh, absolutely. Windshield wipers don't.
Yeah.
But that's about it. We're still. I got some stuff to address. Of course, it's 1960. Things fall apart, and
Yep.
they get old and deteriorated. But yeah, she's a good old car, man. The old Buicks. First Buick I've ever owned, and I love it. And I've had 25 different cars. This one's probably my favorite.
Oh, Buicks have always been a great car, man. The dependability, the overall styling, worthiness, man. Overall on the road, these Buicks are one of the most cruisable cars ever.
And the fins on it are unlike any other car. The Cadillac's got fins, and we love the Cadillacs. But there's something about these side fins, man, that just make this car, just make it totally
beautiful body lines.
Yeah, cool body line.
It's got the signature little dots on the side of it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What do you call those?
I have no idea, but Buicks, it's on all the Buicks.
It is.
You'll know a Buick a mile away by you'll see them three.
I want to see the nail head under the hood,
Absolutely.
man.
Let's open it up.
All right. Oh, yeah. Check it out, man. Original stuff. Maybe the valve covers are aftermarket. Aluminum radiator.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The valve covers are aftermarket. The radiator's aftermarket. And, of course, it's now a 12-volt system.
Okay. Yep. Got to have the 12-volt nowadays. And on the highway, how does she do, man? I mean, you got its own airbags. Mm-hmm. I can tell. It's slammed on the ground. How does it ride, man?
80 mile an hour. She just cruises.
Yeah.
Just floats. Just floats.
Nice.
Sometimes you hit a bump, you're gonna mash the Mohawk, but that's okay. That's okay.
Wouldn't want to. Yeah, you can't. Oh man, wow. Is that spray paint? What you got there, dude?
Oh no, this is the real deal. What's left of it?
Okay. Yeah. All right. Maybe I can get me one of those.
You can. I mean, how much? You got more hair than I got, so yeah, we can make it happen.
Okay. Well, maybe. I don't know.
But I do want to throw a shout out if you got a second.
Sure.
Lifers Car Club. We've got a chapter in Atlanta. Savannah, Georgia, and Chattanooga. Okay. And my guys are here from the Atlanta crew, and love my club. I've got great people around me, and of course my family supports me in my hobby, and that's my daughter's car, and
wow,
we do it as a family thing, and honor, tradition, and loyalty. That's what it's all about.
Family affair, man.
Yes,
that's
sir.
Cool. Yeah. They got the Cadillac, got this Buick. Sweet, man.
And may I
lots of fun.
Off?
Sure.
Sadie Joe, come here.
What's her name?
Sadie Joe Nays.
Sadie, come over here.
Come here, Joe.
Where's Sadie?
She's shy.
She's shy.
Come on, here she is.
She says she's shy. Does she got colored hair too?
She does.
Hey, she does. Look. Hey, Sadie, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Wait a minute. Speak up now. I can't hear you.
Good, how are you?
I'm okay. Look, her face is turning as red as her hair. Man.
She's a Tennessee State wrestler. You'd think that
You're a wrestler? It's a family affair.
Hey, this is Kim and Michelle, and you're watching Hot Rod Madness here at Chattanooga.
Wade, how are you, sir?
I'm doing well, thank you.
All right, Mr. Coker Tire.
Yep.
Wade Kawasaki, man, what have you been up to? I mean, it took us forever to catch up to you out here in the parking lot, man. You've been busy, ain't you?
You know what? We have been really busy. I mean, this Chattanooga Cruise In, 9th annual Coker Tire Chattanooga Cruise In just exceeded all of our wildest expectations.
I think your event kind of exploded. I mean, it took over that parking lot, that parking lot, that parking lot. I mean, it just, wow, what an event. This thing's going to go crazy, right?
You know what? It really is. The park itself estimates a crowd of show cars, not a spectator crowd, just a show car at over 4,000. So that's a lot of cars.
Wow, that's a lot of cars, man. You know, if you ain't careful, it may just get bigger than that.
Yeah, you know what? We're actually hoping it will. You know, we're going to add a lot of features onto it next year. You know, we've got a great amphitheater down there. People talked about bringing bands in, and I think that'd be a real cool thing. Yeah. Also bringing more gourmet food trucks here, so there's a lot more choices to get something to eat. So I think it'll be a really great time next year.
Oh, yeah, man. I don't see no problem with that because you can draw the crowd. I mean, other than the cars, the spectators, the number of spectators, it was hard to shoot video today out here. Just put it that way, man.
That's a good thing.
Yes, it is a good thing, yeah. Well, I'm enjoying it. I love it, man. plenty of content for Hot Rod Madness. Thank you for having us out.
Well, thank you guys for coming out. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Appreciate all the support. Hope you had a great time. And remember, come out to the Coker Tire Chattanooga Cruise-In 2020.
How you doing, Lou?
I'm doing good, Tim. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic, man. Could you find a red pickup truck out here?
No, we had to paint it yellow.
Yeah. Funny looking yellow, man.
Yeah, that's the new yellow.
The new yellow is bright red looking, man. Are those Mini Cooper headlights in that thing?
They are.
Yeah, they are.
They are. Yeah.
Wow. That looks great on the truck, by the way.
Thank you.
Yes. Did you build the
some
truck?
Some people like them, some people don't. So
Yeah,
yeah, we build it. Yeah.
So you got a shop back home somewhere. You build stuff like this.
We do. We have one in Cleveland, Tennessee.
Man. Hey, folks. When Dollar Bill gets a hold of this with the camera, man, you look at the quality that's in this truck, man. I'm looking at some fantastic details here. That looks GM-ish in there, though, right? What is that?
Yeah, we kind of tricked it a little bit. We put an LS3 with a supercharger in it. So.
Gotcha. Wow, that's beautiful, man. I'm loving the air cleaner. I mean, the tolerances here. I'm looking at how close the gauge is to the back of that valve cover and all, man. The tolerances are very tight fit in there, man.
Yeah, it gets close. We had to make the intake. We didn't have enough room to have a front turn, so we had to make that get our air cleaners on.
Supercharged GM stuff, man. Cool, beautiful. What year is that truck?
This is 39.
39. Ford pickup truck.
That's it.
With Chevy stuff.
What
did you do, man?
We brought it alive.
Oh boy, look at that. The leather interior. Who did this, man?
The seats and the headliner part of it, Paul Atkins in Alabama did.
Okay.
We did the dash and the floor and the console. And
you know, as many of these hot rods and street rods that I do with the fantastic looking interior, I can't never remember all the names, but they always say some fella out in Alabama that did this, man. There's somebody out there that's doing fantastic work, man. Yeah, buddy, look at that slick black paint on it. Man, you just don't want to throw no transmission in the back of that baby and go hauling it to the shop, do you? Oh yeah, check this out, Dollar Bill. Man, that guy's flying on that thing. Wow, that thing's fast, man. What do you call that?
It's an electric unicycle.
Electric unicycle. Okay. All right. Now, first question: how much practice, man, do you have to ride that like that, man? You've been doing that a while, haven't you?
A little while. It takes typically about an hour to learn to ride these things.
Right. Yeah. So who makes those, man?
The company's called In Motion, and it's called a solo wheel. You'll see some other devices similar called One Wheel. It's a big fat tire on like a skateboard deck.
Wow.
And those are really popular too, but these are a lot of fun. They go 18 miles an hour.
Yeah, that thing, you were flying on that thing, man.
Yeah.
You gotta have practice, man. How many bones you broke, man, riding that thing around?
None so far.
That's good, right?
Yeah.
And I'm looking at this thing right here. That's one of those independent electric cars. What's the story on that?
Okay, so this is the Swin car. They're made out of France. We're the first U.S. dealer here in North America to have these things, and they're all electric. They have articulated arms. Each wheel has its own motor. Very unique suspension. It feels like it's kind of floating. It absorbs everything you go over.
No way.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet, man.
Okay, if I sit in it, can you demonstrate how the? Yeah. Okay. All right. Oh yeah, man. So how do you get this thing to operate, man?
So the idea really is you're on this pendulum right now, and it's able to swing back and forth, which allows you to kind of lean into your turns almost like you would on a bike.
Okay.
And you can use the steering wheel too, but when you're leaning into these turns, it turns itself essentially, because the wheelbase turns with the pendulum too.
Wow.
So it's a really unique ride, a lot of fun.
Yeah, I see. Very unique. Man, there's a lot going on here. I bet it's fun off-road, man. You can take this on any kind of incline and stay level seated, right?
Yes, that's another idea of the pendulum, is that it always keeps the wheels on the ground and keeps you level, so you never feel vulnerable to flipping or rolling this thing.
Nice. All right, so maybe one day we can come see you guys and maybe go for a ride, maybe? Yeah, check this thing out. All right.
You're doing advertising right now for us.
That's cool. Hey, man, you been out running with your buddy here, the graffiti cars?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
A good trip all the way down from Cleveland. Great shows.
Who wins, man? The coupe or the Chevy?
Well, y'all seen the movie.
Yeah, we seen the movie, right? Steve, how you doing, man?
Hey, how you doing, Milkman?
I'm good. Out here looking at the strange, unusual, and different, from time to time, and ran across this thing.
Yes, sir.
That's not normal.
No, this is the terrorist tracker.
What is it now?
The terrorist tracker. That's what we named it.
Okay, the terrorist tracker. Okay.
Yep.
So you can go land or sea or all over.
Anywhere you want. Anywhere you point it.
Yeah, tracking terrorist, I guess.
That's right, tracking terrorists.
Is this something you built, man?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow, what imagination you got, Steve.
Man, thanks a lot. Yeah, just really wanted we have a four-wheel drive shop, an axle shop here in Rossville, Georgia, and we wanted to show people that we could take four-wheeling to the next level. And so this is what we dreamed up and come up with.
All right. Wow, so yeah, I could only imagine how far you can get in something like this. I mean, it's tracks. It actually looks like you could take the tracks off of it, and you got rubber tires ready to go too, right?
Yeah, but you got to have the tracks on it. It's built for it to be a track vehicle.
Yeah. All right. You have fun in that baby, though, don't you?
Oh yeah, she's pretty powerful. Got an LS 6-liter in it.
Yep. I might have saw something similar or this same one on YouTube.
Yeah. Well, there's a one called a ripsaw, and this is kind of one of the ideas from that.
Gotcha.
So this is a homemade version of a ripsaw.
Uh-huh. So what we got powering it now?
LS 6-liter.
Yeah, truck motor, GM.
Yeah, GM truck engine, LS motor.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got plenty of power. Sounds good.
Wow.
Yeah. Got a lot of suspension travel. That's one of the unique things about it. We got it up over 50 miles an hour.
Yeah.
One of the cool things about it is trying to make the differential steer work.
Okay.
And we got that dialed in right now.
So you got that dialed in, and that's sort of like a tank, the same thing.
So basically, this is a tank with a steering wheel, though. That's what makes this one a little bit more unique because it goes so fast and so powerful. You can't hang on to regular levers like you normally would. So we had to come up with something to hang on to but still be able to control it.
Sure.
And that's what we were able to do.
Wow. Man, that's just cool. I'm loving it, man. You don't see this kind of stuff every day. So, people and their imaginations.
Give you an idea. All this is homemade stuff. So, like the cogs, they're solid forklift tires that we indexed and notched out.
Okay.
And then we made all the tooling to stamp out all the dies for all of our rubber tracks.
Yeah, and now that you say that, I can see the forklift tires there. That's pretty neat.
A lot of suspension travel, 14-inch suspension travel.
Yeah.
And
okay.
Yeah. So basically just an off-road race truck that's a track. And it's really built to be the same width and same wheelbase as all your other four-wheel drives on the trail. So that way I could use it as a good comparison of the the traction weight ratio. So, big four-wheel drive's got a 1 foot by 1 foot print times 4. Mm-hmm. I'm working with a 2 foot by 10 foot print times 2. So I think one of the ideas was when I watched a bulldozer pulling a 47 degree pushing dirt up a hill. Okay. I knew that I had to come up with something to be able to do that. This is what I come up with.
What a way to show off your talent, man. That's awesome. Yep. Steve, what year is your bug, man?
67.
Mm-hmm. And this is the kind of stuff you also build.
Yes, sir.
You go real high with the big Ford pickup behind us. You go real low with the bug. You put tank tracks on a man of many talents, Steve. Wow. Okay. Who raised you, man? Where'd you come up with all this?
Man, just dreaming, just going for it. Yeah, just
dreaming and a few dollars. And you can do stuff like this, man. Yeah. So what kind of suspension is this?
So this is all air ride. It's custom front axle. Mm-hmm. It's got a Jigster 1000 crotch rocket engine. And I built. What it was is I wanted to learn how to weld aluminum. So I decided to build this car mostly out of aluminum inside. And then also was doing a little research, wanting to learn to chop and narrow cars. So I researched and found that the Bug was one of the hardest cars to chop. So I took that challenge on, and that's how I come up with this.
Oh, the challenge would be the curve of the top, man. You got to dissect that thing.
You got to cut it up in like a pie.
Yeah.
And then you got to be able to piece it all back together without it warping crazy.
Once you pie it up, you can squeeze it in, keep chopping and squeeze it in, and then smooth it over.
That's right. This car's been chopped, channeled, tubbed, drop.
Yes.
I mean, anything you can do to one, it's been done to this car as far as sheet metal work.
And I'd imagine the way to enter it is you got to open the door, lay down on the ground, and roll in that baby.
That's the thing about this car. You can look cool getting in, but it's hard to look cool getting out.
You can't look cool getting out of it, he says.
You're rolling out of it.
Let's look at that little crotch rocket motor
man.
you got in this thing. That is awesome, dude. Motorcycle stuff.
Yeah.
Street bike motor, right?
That's right. I just wanted something to be nasty and catch a lot of attention.
Yeah.
And really just see if I can make it work.
Hey, that's all we got for this week. Man, as you can tell, this place is still booming, man. They'll wear you out down here at the Coker Tire Cruise In. And if you're kind of hungry, wow, look at this. Plenty of food. Ha! Hey, stay tuned for more Hot Rod Madness. You never know where we'll end up next.
Thanks for watching and check back soon for more Hot Rod Madness.